Hi guys, I'm here with Senor Recinos, Mr. Recinos,
Hola.
and I'm going to be interviewing him for you guys so that you can learn a little bit about what life was like for him growing up in Agua Dulce. So before we show you some pictures, Mr. Recinos, what was some of the favorite memories you have from Agua Dulce? What do you like to remember about being a kid in Agua Dulce?
Being a kid, it was so nice. Well, we didn't have any TVs or like PlayStations or any electronic things to play. So we had to play outside. We always play like soccer in the street, hide and seek. And we always running around and the coffee plantation um, all day. Well, we have to go to school and from 8 to 1, I think. So after that, we ate lunch, and then after lunch, we had to go to the forest. No, it wasn't too far away from home, but we had to get sticks, right? That's how you call it, to make
Like firewood?
firewood, and so my mom can cook food, black beans and corn to make tortillas, and then like after 4 o'clock we had that time to play with a lot of kids in the neighborhood. We were like 5 families in there, but it was like each family had like 11 kids. We were like 40 kids around.
And what
A
games did
lot.
you play?
We played hide and seek most, and then soccer. Yeah, we used to have like a little plastic balls that it didn't last very much or very long because if that ball hits something sharp, that'll be the end of the soccer ball.
With 40 kids, I don't imagine it lasted
Yeah.
long. What was your favorite foods that you like to eat, or a special meal on a holiday or something?
On a holiday, we eat chicken, like chicken soup. That was for like a birthday or a special day. Most of our meals were just black beans, rice, and tortillas, and coffee. We had coffee since we were little ones. So mornings, afternoons, and dinner, coffee.
Nice. Okay, should we show the kids some pictures from your town?
Sure.
Agua Dulce, Huehuetenango, Guatemala, Mr. and Mrs. Recinos. So this picture is taken when we've gone on the Pan American Highway all the way from Guatemala City almost to the border of Mexico. You might even be able to see a little bit of Mexico on the right side of this picture. So we're only about 1 kilometer from the border, and then we're going to turn left and head up over these mountain ranges, and we need to climb over about 2 of those big mountain ranges to get to Agua Dulce. So the road is going to do switchbacks where it goes zigzag like this, up one side of the mountain and then down the other side, and then we go back up another side of the mountain and back down the other. Takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours, a lot of times, to get from the point where this picture is taken to Agua Dulce. It's only, what, 27
Kilometers? It's
kilometers?
about 17 miles.
17 miles takes us
60
about
something.
an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's just a one-lane road. There's some spots where you can pull over to let cars pass, but cars go both directions on that road, and it's only the width of one lane for most of it. So there's a lot of waiting and passing, and then a lot of the road is gravel, just rocky, it's been cut out of the side of the mountain. So it's a pretty bumpy, very slow road to go on. But finally, we make it into the valley of Agua Dulce, and this is looking down on the main town here. Right in here is where Mr. Recinos grew up. There's a big market right here. And then a plaza, a basketball court, and some school rooms are in here. And then there's another elementary school down below down here. Anything else about that picture, Mr. Recinos? No? This town is about, the bottom of this valley down here is about the elevation of Timberline Lodge up on Mount Hood, right?
Yes.
It's a pretty high elevation there. So even in the, what they call their summer, it gets really cold at night. So here's some food some crops that they grow there besides just coffee. They've got some corn growing. There's pineapple plants. Bananas, lots of bananas, tomatoes. This girl is one of our nieces. She's holding a fig. And this is a house that's kind of a typical style of Agua Dulce. So there's the corrugated metal roof. This wall over here is built with kind of a clay mixture to make the bricks, and
pine leaves and
earth and pine leaves mixed together to make that. They make it by hand, right?
Yeah.
With a mold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then let it dry in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and put it together. And then this part over here is made with cinder blocks and cement. For that, everybody does their laundry in the pila, in the big sink outside their house, and hangs their clothes to dry in the sun. I don't think, does this house, did they have electricity by this point? I guess they did.
They do now.
They do now.
It's amazing these people have that.
But only recently, just
recently. Yeah, I think that one it's probably not even 10 years ago they didn't have it, so it's about 8-10 years that they got there.
And your family down at the bottom of the valley, they got electricity probably in the year 2005 or so?
5, yeah, exactly. Because when we went back in 2004, it still wasn't.
Yeah, so the whole time Mr. Recinos was growing up there, he did not have electricity at his house. So they had to use candles in the evenings to see.
We only have 2 candles until 8 most of the time. 8 o'clock at night, and then after that it was dark, so we had to finish everything before that.
And then go to bed because it was too dark to see anything. And this is the house where Mr. Recinos' brother lives in now, and his mom owned this land, and Mr. Recinos grew up in this area. The house, some of it has been rebuilt since he was younger. So this part over here is the kitchen. It's been rebuilt more recently. This is part of the original house over here.
Yeah.
They've built a carport for their truck there.
We share that room with 8 people.
8 people in that room back there.
Sometimes 10.
There's a view towards the other mountain. So the patio is used for sports by the kids. They play a lot of soccer, and Isaac's playing basketball with his cousin in this picture. But this was all just dirt when you were growing up, Mr. Recinos, right?
Yes.
They didn't have these. When did this house get nice floors like that?
I think my dad built that house when I was little. I think about 2 years old.
Yeah.
They built that one.
They built that house back, part of that house.
This spot over here was the old
the bathroom, right?
The bathroom, and it was instead of that house, it was another one that was very, very
another
all made of
some rooms over here.
Sticks.
Yeah. And then when I went for the first time, the bathroom was in this area over here, but now they've built indoor bathrooms. So some of the food that we were fed while we were in Agua Dulce, tamales are a very popular food made with the corn meal on the outside and then stuffed with chicken and peppers and
Red sauce.
red sauce. And then they always know, all the aunties know that Felicia and the kids love choco bananas. So lots of frozen bananas with melted chocolate sauce over the top. This is one of Mr. Recinos' sisters. Fish and rice they made for us while we were down there too, and lots of chickens running around for eggs and of course for the meat too. And then this apparently is also a food, Mr. Racinas. Do you want to explain why this picture would be put with the food?
Well, these little things are like they call makash. I think it's a Mayan name, and basically it's like a big ant. Those little things comes once a year from Earth, make holes in certain points. It comes like thousands of those ones. So they fly for a little bit and then they hit the ground again. So this is when people get them and then eat them.
They fry them, right?
They fry them and they say it's very tasty. But I never ate those. So.
But your brothers did.
My brother, yeah. Even people that live in the United States, they can get these ones, by pounds and like 1 or 2 pounds, and from Guatemala, and because they miss these little things and they eat them. Yeah, it's about $20 a pound or something.
Wow. So another tradition that they have up there is to have parades in the schools, in the classrooms. They'll learn some instruments with a marching band. So our nieces and nephews had some instruments in their house that they got out and let us play with. When is Independence Day, Mr. Recinos?
September 15th.
Yeah, so each year they'll have a band and a big party to celebrate. Mm-hmm. This is the health clinic for the town, and Mr. Recinos' brother's wife is one of the town nurses. She's worked there for 20 years. Yeah, a long time she's been working in this little town. And so she'll treat people there during the day. A lot of times after hours, they'll come to the house and come visit her to get some health treatment as well. So she also has a room at the house that she can help treat people with. We brought down some baby clothes and blankets that some of our friends had donated. And so the girls are helping to deliver that to people that were waiting in the health room. So we were able to give some clothes and blankets and things to these people that were waiting. There were some interesting insects that we found when we were walking around. Big insects. We took some pictures of that. There's always beautiful flowers around. There you go. A little bit of Agua, Dulce, Guatemala for you guys. Thanks for listening.
A lot of coffee plantations.
Yeah, lots of coffee plants all around here.